Welcome back in. This segment of our show brought to you by the law offices of Ogle, Elrod, and Burrill. Folks, they come to you. It's right there in their ads. It's a motto that they practice. If you need legal advice, the folks from Ogle, Elrod, and Burrill, if you call them, you can meet them in their offices. You can meet them in your office. You can meet them at your house. You can meet them at a restaurant. You can meet them at a park bench. You could probably meet them in a swimming pool. They will come to you. They say it. They mean it. And when you need legal advice, legal help, you should go to them. The law offices of Ogle, Elrod, and Burrill. All right, guys, last segment here, the final verdict of the show. Before this season, everyone on the panel, aside from me, said UT would go bowling. Today, we all get a chance to reverse field and amend our earlier predictions. So is there anybody here who said they'll go bowling, who wants to say, I don't think they will now, or do I want to flip and say they will? I'll let you guys go first.
You know, I would have been very tempted to have gone 5-7 before the second half of the Georgia game. But now I think if you look at it, if Tennessee can take care of business in Neyland Stadium the rest of the way and beat Kentucky.
It's a tall order against Carolina, but okay.
Well, I mean, I think you're going to struggle. I mean, what I'm talking about is Auburn and Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Those are the two that you need to win. Now, I'm not talking about Carolina, not talking,
okay.
I'm talking about beat Vanderbilt at home, beat Auburn at home, and go to Kentucky and win. I think they're capable of doing that, so I'm going to stick with 6.
Okay.
I'm sticking with 6 too. I thought before the year they would beat Kentucky and Vanderbilt. I don't know if they will, but that's what I thought. Mm-hmm. And I thought out of the other 3, they would get one of those. I actually feel like the one that may be the hardest to win out of that's at Missouri.
They're looking pretty good.
You got South Carolina at home, and I know South Carolina's a better team, but on the road. And then you got Auburn, and Auburn's going to be a hard game for Tennessee to win. But I think Tennessee will go 6-6.
I'm going to stick with 6-6. It's a toss-up in my mind just for the sake of being a glass-half-full guy. I'm going to say 6-6 based on the second half of the Georgia game. If you'd asked me at halftime.
Right. I said no. That's
4 and 8 at halftime.
Everything hinges on that second half against Georgia. I'm going to stick with my pick. I say 5-7 simply because I do think we talked about it in the show, the depth in that secondary, the depth in the defense. I just think attrition is going to take the toll over the last 6 games. You get into it, there are no more Sisters of the Poor. It's all SEC games at this point. I think that attrition could take a toll. But, however, if they give Carolina a good game this coming week, I'll shift. All right. At that point,
Kentucky's a cousin of the poor.
Yeah. Cousin of the poor, that's right. We got a lot of viewers in Kentucky, so we'll make no jokes about other types of cousins and heritage and that kind of thing. I want to say thanks to all these guys for being here. Next Sunday we will be back. We expect to see you here at 11 a.m. Don't hold this show against us. We'll have David Ligon, Shazan Bradley, Sterling Hinton, Bobby Scott, and Will Overstreet breaking down the game with us. And also wanted to mention, you saw it on the board, a couple of ex-Vols passed away this week. Wanted to send our condolences to the Pulofsky and McCord families, and also wanted to send out congratulations to the family, David Douglas, the David Douglas family. His brother, he played at UT. His son obviously played at UT. His wife was a Lady Vol. We think the world of David Douglas around here and all his family, and we congratulate them on being honored with a locker over at UT in the football facilities. That's pretty strong stuff. Good for you. All right, we'll see you guys next Sunday right back here at 11 a.m.
The views expressed in this forum do not necessarily reflect those of WATE 6 or of 6 Sports. This has been a paid program.